Yo, all right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 4 of the podcast. Listen, y'all, we came up with a podcast name. It is called Front Row. So welcome to the Front Row. This is where anybody that comes on here, you know we're in the front row. We're stepping up.
Sir.
We're raising our hand. We're coming with vulnerability and everything like that. So, and having a good conversation overall. Before we get into the episode, I just want to thank everybody for all the support, for the messages, for the DMs. I feel like this podcast and this conversation of who I invite on here has reached so many people, and it's crazy when somebody slides up or messages you about how they felt. It's like, I didn't even think I was going to hear from you. And, it's just an amazing feeling. And, we're here. We're back for another conversation. And I just want to thank the people that have come on here and, are willing to be vulnerable and willing to tell their stories and everything like that. So I appreciate it. You guys like, comment, subscribe. Again, we don't do this for the views, the likes, or anything like that. We just do it to make an impact. And if this video reaches you, that's amazing. So, yeah, let's get into it. So without further ado, I want to introduce my two boys.
My brother, what up?
What up?
My guy.
My guy Connor and my guy Morgan.
What it do?
Connor's to the left, Morgan's to the right.
How we doing?
You guys
How we
introduce
doing?
yourselves. How you guys doing?
You go first,
You
bro.
want to go first?
Yeah, now you go.
What's up, y'all? My name is Morgan. Just glad to be on the pod. Been waiting for a long time, man. You know what I mean? This has been a long time coming, so I'm glad to be here and just ready to talk, bro.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I've been asking Troy about hopping on this podcast for about months.
Months. Yo, Troy, when am I hopping on the pod?
And
When am I hopping on the pod?
I'm finally here, so it's time to make it happen.
So where do you guys want to start? We got so much things to talk about right now.
But I was gonna say, why don't y'all two start first? How y'all met, and then how
Okay.
that's
Well, CG, how we meet, CG?
Man, let me tell y'all how we met.
It's gonna be funny.
So we met. We was both coming to Monmouth, and we met in a Facebook group, right? I believe
Yes.
it was a
Yeah,
Facebook
yeah.
group, and I hit Troy up, because I was trying to get into photography and stuff like that, and I asked him some questions and stuff like that, and then I asked him to be my roommate, right? Asked him to be my roommate. Ready? Listen to this. I asked him to be my roommate, and he was like, man, I don't know yet. I think I got somebody coming. And I'm like, all right, yeah, it's all good. It was no hate. And then school come around, and he I need a roommate. And I'm like, dog.
It's too late. It's
I
too
already
late.
had one. And, yeah, that's pretty much how we met. And then all school year, the freshman year, we were, we chilled. We talked when we saw each other. And then sophomore year, we really locked in.
We really locked in, and it was crazy. I think we weren't supposed to be friends freshman year because you were going through your things and I was going through my stuff. But now that sophomore year, we were able to be on the same page with one another, and that's just
We met at the perfect time.
perfect time. Where you were changing your ways, I was changing my ways, and we were meant to be on a journey together. Where
Yeah,
where we synced up.
It's perfect.
that's
So-
fate.
It's
That's
perfect.
fate right
Yeah,
there.
man.
Yeah.
There you go. So now we talk about Morgan. Where the heck did you come from, bro?
Facts.
Hey man, y'all want to really get into this?
It started with me and you. It started
Yes,
with
it
me and
did.
you,
Yes, it
actually.
did. So I'll talk into it. So I had transferred in the middle of January. Second semester of my sophomore year.
Stockton.
Yeah, it's
Stockton.
from Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
From Stockton. The situation down there was just at that point in my life and at that time was just not really the best for me. Mentally, I was just not doing good. Wasn't super at where I didn't want to be here, but it was just bad to the point where just bro, I didn't see any purpose anymore of just doing. I didn't know what to do. I was lost. I was confused, and I came in the middle of my in January, and first time I ever met Troy was, I think we was in digital media.
Yes, we were. We were.
Digital media class.
It was in the building right next door to this one,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah,
And
it was in that one because originally we were in Plan Gear.
Yes,
and then
yes.
we transitioned.
Then we transferred to another building.
Yeah, to another building. So
it's what was it, the first or
It was-
second week in the semester?
yeah, second week.
It was pretty. It was early. It was early on in the
computers was,
class.
messing up and everything like that. So it was just weird. So we had to transition. But anyway, we had met. First met in the original building.
Yeah.
Which is me and you and stuff like that, and then other people as well and stuff like that. And the first thing I'm not gonna lie, the first thing I thought about Troy was that this is a guy, and I didn't think of it in a bad way, but this is a guy who is so beloved by everyone because like everyone knew Troy. Like whenever you walk down, you know what I'm
Everybody
talking.
see Troy and be like, "Yo, Troy, what up?" and smile.
I don't even believe it, bro. I just be like, yo, how y'all doing? What's going on? Have a good day. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
bro, it's like it's crazy because like when you see Troy for the, like when you watch Troy, bro, he just like creates like an aura for himself, like unintentionally. Like people like just vibe with him. Like people love him. They talk to him and stuff like that, and they smile when he's around. So it was very like unique. I thought he was like this like popular guy, and then me being a transfer student who didn't know anyone at that time, I didn't really know like how to like really process and like try to make friends, even though I just I got out of that situation from Stockton. So when I first met Troy, I was like, this is a guy who I don't know if he would really want to be friends with me because I was just like, dude, he looks like he has a lot of people already. Like, you know what I mean? At least from my perspective. I was like, nah. Yeah, no, go ahead.
And in that, you're thinking you DM me. So
Yeah.
now the class I remember when Morgan first walked into class, and so he came in, and he was like one of the last people to walk in, and I saw him, and I looked, and I made eye contact with him. Maybe like 2 or 3 classes later, he DMs me on Instagram, and he's like, yo, bro, like, I want to, like, I'm just wondering if you want to be friends with me. And I was like, what? Someone's asking me just to be friends with them? Like, what are you talking about? So I'm like, bro, of course I'll be your friend. Like, of course, like, we could chop it up. Like, I was just like, who are you? Like, what's going on with you? Like, what are you interested in? Whatever. And he was like, yeah, I'm a transfer student, this, that, and the other. And I was like, okay, cool. And the type of person I am, and especially being a man of God, like, we always got to look out for one another. We always got to, even if you feel like somebody doesn't need it, you still just go and shake their hand, because you never know. You really don't know what somebody else is looking for. So you do that in a nice and generous way. And that's what I did with you. I was like, yo, bro, let's be friends. We have the same class together. Let's take advantage of the semester that we have, the 4 months that we have together.
Yeah.
And so, when we leave the class, we're locked in.
Right.
We're locked in. And I took that opportunity not only to get to know you, but introduce you to other people.
It's crazy. So I want to get into how I like met Connor through you.
Go ahead.
Because it's crazy because it was so unintentional because with Connor, we were already in class. Like we had a class together. We were in sociology.
It's crazy how like the timing and like how everything played out. Where like you met me, but like you had the opportunity to meet Connor, not even through me.
Yeah.
And that was there for a reason. And so for you. And the umbrella that now you have to hold, and that has me and Connor underneath it. Like, where do you, especially as a transfer student, relate to other transfer kids that might be going to a new place in a new environment? Like, where do you get the courage to do that? Because it's like almost high school, like you're the new kid in class, but college is such on a bigger scale. Right. And you, like, there's so much people here, so how do you come up with the courage to really reach out to people?
So if we're going to really dwell into this, so, like, for me, it was never... in terms of like transferring, it wasn't at first the most easiest thing to deal with. Mind you, like I had I originally like had transferred like, like as a guy who, through middle school, I went from a public, majority black school, in Neptune, stuff like that, in Gables, whatever, going to, and it's not, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I went to a middle school that was majority white. Yes. So like me being the like one of the few majority black kids out there, it wasn't an easy thing. Like even at like 10, 11, it wasn't like an easy thing to deal with. And then same thing with high school. Like I went majority white school to even a more bigger majority white school. So being there, it was never like easy. And so when I first had moved into Stockton, I wanted to get that feeling of like, what, I've did this transferring stuff before. Like I should be fine. I should be fine. And it was good for like I think a couple weeks, bro. But then after a while, people started, doing certain things and really I didn't know what it was and stuff like that. So after a while, I was like, bro, I don't know if I really, because I always said to myself, the first college that I pick is the last one I'm committed to. Like I'm gonna stick there for the next 4 years. You're one and done. Yeah, but the situation was just so toxic, and it got so bad to the point where it was just like, I don't know if I want to like be here anymore. Like it just felt like, what was really even the point of like being there and stuff like that. And so when I first transferred to Monmouth now, and then going there, it was like okay, I'm gonna take a gamble. If this doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But at least I know that I at least tried.
And you gotta have that conversation with yourself that I'm gonna gamble. You just gotta do it, because the only person who's gonna make you reach out is you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Is you. And for you, like, and for me at least too, like the questions that we need to ask ourselves and like, what do you think that you would do, is like seeing people like Morgan walking around. How do you make them feel comfortable?
Right.
Because there's so many kids in his shoes that, you know, we came here as a freshmen, sophomores, and now going to be juniors. Like, we know the place. So how do you make it welcoming to them?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just show love. That's really it. Like, all you can do is show love. Like, that's what, you know, God put us here to do. You know, just show love to one another. Just be nice and just try to do the right thing. And, you know, sometimes people like to look at you a certain way or whatnot. I mean, as long as you just give off that respectful vibe that you're gonna show love no matter what, like, people will feel comfortable. And that's what I try to do every day when I'm walking around campus. And like he said, like, I don't really talk too much to people that I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, if somebody like my boy came up to me and like we started talking, we built like a close bond that I never thought would have happened. And
look where we are now.
And look where we are now.
doing
You
a
feel me?
podcast.
Like, this could happen with so many other people. Like, not even just us. Like,
and
yeah, you go.
no, I was gonna say, like, and it's interesting because I originally was not planning to transfer here. Like, at least not, you know, after, you know, during last semester. I was thinking of doing it, you know, after my sophomore year because
At Stockton.
At Stockton.
Yeah.
But it was like, it got, like I said, I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus or anything like that, or trying to throw shit or whatever like that.
Of course.
But it was so bad to the point where I had to literally gaslight or like convince myself.
You really had to cut it short.
Like, I had to cut it short, and I had to convince, like, all the times I was there, I saw that I had to convince myself that everything was good when everything wasn't good. So once I recognized that, bro, and I really sat and think about it, because my mom put it into my head. She was like, "Are you happy at Stockton? Do you want to, you know, like, you know?" And I was like, "I don't know." And so she was really the first person that really put it into my head, like, maybe I should transfer. And then once I really started to think about what, you know, was been going on ever since I came there, it was just like, wow, like, I need to go. Like, I got to get out of there. Like, because if I stayed there, I don't know, like, I don't know what I would have done.
And so now, you know, you're in Monmouth, you know, you feel comfortable here, you have your friend group, you're doing things, you have a job now and everything.
Yeah.
For the both of you guys, like, where do you see yourselves after you graduate? And what are you working towards now to reach the highest success you can after you're done here? Because life goes on.
Yeah, I mean,
and especially you, because this man is involved. I'm involved, but this man is also involved too. So
yeah, I mean, after I'm working on stuff. You know, like, I'm working towards my degree in communications and stuff like that, and I do photography as well. So, like, I plan on trying to do something like that. But, you know, at this point in my life, like, where my mindset's at, all I'm doing right now is just putting God first. Like, honestly, like, all I could do right now is just let God do his thing. Like,
that it's not even like that's your worry. That's your first worry.
Yeah, I'm not worried about like I think we talked about this a while ago, but like before I was tapped into my faith and all that, I would go into class and be like, yo, I'm about to fail this test so bad. You feel me? But like, and then now, like, I'm just like, all right, like, if I fail it, like, it is what it is. Like, God got me. And it sounds like cliche and it sounds like a little cringy to some people, but like, at the end of the day, like, I know that I'm good because I'm walking with God. And so, like, after I graduate, and like, I'm working on a little something, and I'm not trying to like put it out there yet, but like, y'all know what it is.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm working on something, and like, you know, I feel like this is what I've been called to do. So once I graduate, I feel like I'm gonna take a big step in that what I'm working on, and, you know, hopefully, you know, if this was right for me, I'll take off with it. But if not, I'm always gonna have my degree at the end of the day, photography, and, you know, I'll just go from there.
As far as like what I want to do, bro, in the future, I want to see myself in sports. I think when you come from a family that loves watching sports, you know, that's been involved in sports and stuff like that to a degree, you get accustomed to that. You start to really grow, you know, within that, you know, type of system. So I hope that I can do like, you know, like some broadcasting, you know, sports broadcasting, just podcasting, just in general, not just like similar to what you do. I want to talk about like, you know, mental health, because I'm a big advocate for mental health, and especially like as, you know, as men, you know, I feel like we should open up more. So I'm really tapped in to
So
that.
that vulnerable side.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So not dynamic, but I want to be versatile with what I do.
Oh, I like that.
I may not always get things right off the rip, and I may not want to do it at first, but I keep striving for it. If I keep pushing for it, then, I know God's got my side.
And so, the one thing that I think I've struggled with is this outside noise. And it's always the hardest because when we're coming back. Because summertime we're away, we're at our houses, we're not here. And now like completely changing our environments and going back to classes and having all these people, the new freshmen coming in, and then our whole entire class, and then like all these people being around you and staying focused is so hard. And it's temptations of going out and partying, going out and lusting, and going out and doing all this stuff, where it's hard to stay on the right track of what you guys just said of you wanted to do. There's so much distractions out there.
Nah, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's hard following the right path when this is what became like the world's new normal. You feel me? Like the new normal is doing stuff that somewhat distracts us, and we don't even realize it. Like,
and that's the quote unquote cool thing to do.
Yeah, like when I was like when he said when I first met him, I was mad distracted. Like like I don't know if I can say it on the podcast, but like I was smoking. Like I was doing that stuff. Like, I was smoking all the time, and at like in that moment, I'll be like, this was cool for me. Like it relaxes me. It helps me lock in this, that. But deep down, bro, like I would just be like sitting in my room, fried, eating mad snacks, doing what? Watching YouTube. Like I could have been like doing my schoolwork now.
Yeah, or doing this.
Or like doing something like this, or like just, doing something that, betters myself mentally instead of just putting my mental to the side and just getting high for a little bit. And I feel like that goes for a lot of things, not even just getting high. Like people like you said, like lust, like people do that. People,
go to parties.
They just do the, you go.
Like in what Morgan was talking about, just like, when you approached me and DM'd me to be your friend, I felt comfortable in, not only me being your friend, but introducing you to everybody else that's my friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And in that, I take away, like, you are who you hang around. And, like, I knew that, like, the people I was going to introduce you to would be a positive impact. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I feel like we don't think about our circles and who we really have talking to on a daily basis, where we're holding each other accountable and, like, your friends are, really, like, on the same page as you of just wanting to, not fall short, not fall to our temptations and things like that. And I think, like, a lot of people don't take into account, like, what that circle really should look like.
You go.
I think the thing is, I think the ironic popular belief now is, being popular is, like, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you popular, you have all this, you have all these people surrounding you, then, like, that's a, like, cool thing. And I used to believe that, too. Like, I used to believe, especially through high school, like, I would surround myself, instead of, like, being around, like, my friends that was, like, really for me, which, by the way, I still talk to those guys, and I love them to death to this day. But, like, instead of being with those guys, I would hang out with people that had a bigger following than me. Yeah. And because of that, I was like, okay, I'm going to be popular just like them. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to act a certain way, the way that they act. And that really did not help me at all. If anything, it just made things worse, because it was just like I tried to be part of something that wasn't, genuine. It wasn't genuine. So I feel like nowadays, bro, I feel like the big thing is like, oh, like if I'm popular, if I have this, I have that, then everything's all good. If I, like you said, like smoke and do this, like that's considered cool. And it's just like, I feel like there's not really much, genuine conversation anymore. It's not really genuine friendships anymore. And I feel like that is something that needs to be emphasized a lot more, especially in today's society. It definitely needs to be talked about a lot more.
I saw something, I think yesterday on Instagram, and it was like, I could be saying this wrong, but it was like, you're never going to be good enough for the wrong people. And it's like, I thought about that, and I'm like, hold up, like, that's facts. Because, like, if you're trying to force something that, like,
isn't for you,
like, then what are you doing? Like, you're just going to drain yourself.
And you go into a cycle of that, doing that every time. Because, like, for us, we're programmed that we need to be the best, we need to be better, we need to fit in. And, like, when that's not happening, okay, let me go back home and like get my drawing board together to, you know, try this again. And it's like, little do you know, you just got to step away.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
I've been reading this book, you know, recently, bro. And it's basically like a guide to like, you know, like mindful, like our helpful mind or whatever. And it basically like talks about like the people that you surround yourself with, or the people that are in your circle, are most likely the ones that you're going to end up, you know, becoming in the near future. Like if you surround yourself with people who don't treat other people well, who use people, just use them for, you know, temporary purposes, then chances are you're probably going to, you know, act like that and stuff like that. Whereas if you hang out with people who are, you know, helpful, you know, genuine, stuff like that, you're most likely going to end up like them. And that's the side that you really want to be on. It depends on who's in your circle, but, you know, it really does take a toll on like your mental health, because mentally you're
Drained.
You're drained. Like
Drained.
you're so used to thinking about how other people do things that you don't really tap into yourself and like what you should do for yourself for the better of your mental health. You know what I mean?
That's how it should be, bro. Like, I feel like a lot of the times, like I was telling you this the other day on the phone, but sometimes we are so worried about what hasn't happened yet or what already happened that we don't even
Connor's preaching.
we don't even get to realize like what's happening now, like what's happening today. So like that's something I've been working on, you know, just saying yes to today instead of worrying about, you know, next week or
And
like
coming up with excuses. Like even for today, bro, coming, like, you know, we had an 11 o'clock time frame to be here. It's like, I don't want to wake up. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know what the turning out is going to be of it. And it's like, bro, we did it. We're here, and it's going good right now. It's like, you know, and just going with that mindset like every day is hard.
We really don't give ourselves a break sometimes. Like our mind's just thinking. We really don't give ourselves to like settle down and just relax and just let everything come natural. Like I say this all the time, let everything come natural, bro. What will happen will happen. Or you know what I'm saying? Like don't try to force anything. Like that's the thing. I don't force, like I know like you guys don't force, you know, anything, but like don't try to like force anything that isn't for you. Don't try to force anything that isn't there for you, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like I firmly believe that God will do everything in his power to make sure that you get, you know, to your full potential, bro. And I feel like we don't give ourselves enough time to really like process and like understand that, like, bro, like we're just like, bro, we're young. Like we're young. We have our whole life ahead of us, bro.
we 20 years old, bro.
Exactly. So like I feel like we need to give ourselves a break and like really like understand that, you know, it's gonna happen. Like we all have a purpose here. We wouldn't be here if we didn't. So like I feel like that we all, you know, just need to settle down and just give our minds a break and just understand that like God got us, bro. You know,
That's how it should be. That's exactly how it should be.
You know, there's a scripture in the Bible in Corinthians, and it says, you know, something, I'm not going to quote it exactly, but it was like you have to drink, sometimes people have to drink milk before they could eat solid food. And you think when, you know, we first come into the world, we are getting milk. You know, we're fed milk, not solid food, because that's not something we can digest just yet. So it's like taking that step back and like, you know, not biting off more than you can chew.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Dang, that's powerful. Dang.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I've been reading, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I've been reading the Bible. I've been trying to tap in and just follow my faith with God. Like it's such a hard journey, but again, like it's a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's so, cause like I feel you on that, bro. Cause like it's hard to do, bro, but like it's so good. Like at the same time,
it's so good.
Yeah.
like so worth it. Like I'll have like random spurts throughout the day where I'm just like, I'm like all like happy, like I'm cheesing hella hard, like I'm at work making everybody laugh,
And it's because of God.
and it's because of God. Like that's God working through me.
You know, it's like I love that for y'all, because like I know, like, and I've seen the journey that like you guys have been taking, and in doing so, like y'all have really like helped me, you know, tap in, you know, with my faith of God. Not like I haven't like never wanted to tap in, because like I grew up in a Christian family, so like you know, I always loved God, appreciated God, you know, and always understood, you know, like what being a Christian is all about. But like, but I up until I met you guys, I really didn't understand what it really felt to like really tap into your faith until, you know, so when I met you guys and then just seeing like y'all progression it really like has helped me like open my eyes like a lot and like really tap into like me reading the Bible, me like meditating, just things to help me not worry as much and really like recognize that, you know, it's all in God's hands. You know, God.
And you know what
really,
that's called?
Yeah.
You know what me and you were doing for him? It's called evangelism.
Yep,
And that's what that's the class we took. Me and Connor went on a trip to Vermont the start of the summer, and the class that we signed up for was Witness.
Yeah,
they talked about healthy evangelism, which I think that's why like there's such a stereotype around faith and what you believe in and how it should look and this, that, and the other, because we forget to meet somebody where they're at. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes also, bro, sometimes we just naturally evangelize without even knowing it.
Yes.
'Cause,
Without
like,
even talking,
that's
just
what I'm
doing
saying,
just
right?
doing.
Like, I remember when we went
Yes.
to Eddie's house. Shout out Eddie. But, bro, the first thing Morgan said to me, bro, what was it? Tell them what you
Yo,
said.
bro.
you
Bro,
can't even make this
bro,
up.
you can't make this
Hold
up.
on, wait. I want to set the scene. So, like, me, Connor, Eddie all get to Eddie's house. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're sitting at the table. Morgan was the last person to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, all the three of us are at the table. Morgan is walking up, and he sits down. Everybody's like, yo, what's going on? You know, shaking hands.
Bro, mind you, like this is the first time I'm like meeting Eddie and everything like that, because y'all had like just went to the beach like prior.
Yes.
So this is like
Yes.
the first time I'm meeting Eddie and everything like that. So I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know like what was gonna happen. I saw Connor, and at first I saw you, and I greeted Eddie, and I looked at Connor, and I said to Connor, I was like, bro, I don't know what it is, Connor, but like you look so much different, bro. Like you look happier, bro.
It's that Jesus glow.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, Connor
That Jesus glow.
Bro, Connor was
Tell
like,
him, tell him.
he was in shock, bro. Cause I can just tell, like cause like I have this thing where like I can just look at people and just notice things. Like that's the
Yes.
thing with me, like with me being like introverted, as long as I've always been, I'm able to pick up things. rather quickly.
You've been observing your whole life.
I've always observed. Like I may not say a lot, but I observe a lot. And then just meeting him, just seeing what kind of person he was, and seeing like how y'all changed, it was just like, wow, like that trip really changed y'all. Like, bro, that was crazy. Like, bro, let's tap into that.
Yeah, if you give
let's
him,
really talk.
You can give him
about
like
this.
some context about how that trip was for you, and I'll try to add on and whatever.
Bro, that trip, dog. Oh, my, bro. All right, bro. I don't even know what to say about it, because like,
You don't even know where to start.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start, because I could go on and on about it, but like, bro, it just went from me not even wanting to be there. Me and Troy both, bro.
When we were in a room, I was like, yo, Con, I want to leave.
Bro, we were in a room after a quiet time, and Troy was like, bro, we might as well be out. And I'm like, bro, we can't. I was like, we can't, bro. Like, how we getting home?
I was like, bro, how y'all getting a ride? Like,
Yeah,
where y'all going?
Where we getting home at? And I was
7
like,
hours away.
But then it was crazy. We worked it out in that same like
In that same
moment.
day. In that same day.
moment, bro. We were in the room, and he was like, I want to go home, and I'm like, bro, me too. And then we talked about it, and like we worked it out. I'm like, okay, hold up, like maybe this is good. And then like the trip, like the rest of the trip,
It's just the
Bro.
best times of my life.
bro, best times of my life. Like just worshiping, like meeting those people. Shout out to everybody. If y'all watch this, bro,
From
shout out,
Basilea,
bro,
shout out
to everybody from Basilea, bro. They are all beautiful people.
Jade.
And yeah, Jade, bro.
Jade,
Shout out to
Amber.
Jade, the
Amber.
twins, bro.
Izzy.
Yeah.
Eddie, Gab, both the Rachels.
Rachel.
Yo,
Let me get into it. Yeah, we could get into it. We could list
Jordan.
off like 100 people, bro. Like
Yeah.
all these people are great people, and shout out to them, because they really made me help me turn my life around in a way. Like, not saying I'm going on the wrong path, but mentally like going in the right way. But back to the trip, dog, that final worship that we had, bro. Oh my goodness, I was sitting there. And we were all, bro, Troy, I know you
that.
feeling it. We was all had our arms around each other.
I peeped that.
Bro, I'm telling you, I had my arm around somebody I just met that day. Shout out Mateo, and bro, and like it, no matter what, like it felt just mad. Like I just felt mad love that whole trip, and like remember when we gave our lives to
Yes.
Jesus,
yeah.
bro. Get it?
All right, so
Bro, talk about it.
so,
Talk about it.
So, all right, so this trip was probably one of the only times in my life where I got there and the standard was vulnerability, where I was able to fully be myself and also tell people like things I have gone through like as a child, and like why like fitting in and everything is so hard sometimes for me. And in doing that for the 5 days we were there, we were worshiping God, Jesus, talking about all this stuff. And again, it's like in your early stages, like me and Connor, where it's so hard to like understand what they're talking about, because it's like, bro, you sound crazy. But just like having people around you. I remember the pastor had asked, it was like first day. He was like, if any of you guys are interested in giving your lives or anything like that, you know, nothing crazy, you know, raise your hand. And I was not raising my hand. I was like, this man is crazy.
I remember that.
Yeah, a couple people stood up. Connor did too, of like, you know, he's interested in doing that. I ain't stand up. I ain't raise my hand. I was like, yo, I don't know. So now, like probably like 2 or 3 days later, after worshiping and being together and talking and having conversation and hearing the pastor talk and things like that, the pastor asked the question again: would anybody like to surrender their lives? Me and Connor raise our hands.
Bro,
both
immediately we was both like,
boom, no hesitation, boom.
Bro, before he even finished the question,
Yo, the room, it was like slow motion. It's like when you're recording on your camera and you just record in slow motion, it just looks so tough.
Bro, it literally felt like a movie, dog. Like
the camaraderie.
Bro.
It was just silent for 2 seconds, and boom. Everybody, oh my gosh. And I remember like they were just looking at me and Connor.
Bro, it was lit. It was mad lit. I remember I turned around and I started flexing because I was like, I was mad lit.
Like, yo, we here. And one girl behind me, she was like, I don't even know who you are, but I'm just so happy and proud of you. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
In that moment right there, I'm not gonna lie, it made me realize that there's like a way better side to life than what most people be living.
And even if you can't put all the pieces together, it was so hard for me to deny what you just said, because I was at the right place at the right time with the exact people that I needed to talk to and be around to make this move.
Exactly.
And that would have not happened anywhere else but there. And it's like,
and it's tough, bro, because like
we wasn't even supposed to be on this trip.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
We wasn't even supposed to be. We weren't supposed to be there.
Bro, the last second, Troy was like, bro, I promise you, Troy was texting me for like weeks. He was like, you put your deposit down yet, bro? And I'm like,
because we had to pay the deposit to go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, I didn't put it down yet. Like, I'm gonna put it down like tomorrow. Never put it down. And the day before the trip, Allison texted me. Shout out Allison.
She's our leader for like the whole Bible study group. Go ahead.
She was like, yo, you put your deposit down? I'm like, I got you. I put it down last second. And after that, like,
it was raps. And I just want to say this real quick. A lot of people that probably are going to watch this go to Monmouth. If you guys are interested in being, it's called AIV. That's the group that me and Connor joined. It's called Athletics University. You know, there's a lot of athletes that go there, but again, it's not a group just for athletes. Me and Connor are not athletes. We are not on the sport teams at all. We go. It's a beautiful community to be around. You know, if you want to learn about God, if you want to, you know, see what it's about, come to one meeting. It's like every Wednesday. If you want to come, message one of us. Like, we'll have the Instagrams in the description below. But I hear so many people say, you know, like, I want to join, but like, you know, it's just for the athletes. I don't know. Nah, you belong, and you can sit with me and Connor at our table.
Dude,
bro, we be right in our own little table. Be me, Troy, we just chilling, posting.
And guess what? I'm gonna be right with him.
There you go. And Morgan ain't in no sports team. He ain't doing no sports.
Bro, I've seen Morgan throw a football, dog. Bro. He not on no football.
I ain't no. Listen, I'm not no Patrick Mahomes. Shout out to Mom. She's a big Patrick Mahomes fan. Shout out to Mom. But like, I'm not no Mahomes. But man, I can sling it now. Yeah. I can sling it now. Come on now. I can sling it. Don't sleep. Don't sleep,
yo, bro. You know, there's people here for you, and like, again, like what Morgan was saying, like, just take that step, man. You never know what's on the other side of a message of asking somebody like, yo, can I just hang with y'all for one day? Mm-hmm. It opens up the gates. It opens it up.
You're never alone, bro. A lot of people feel like they're alone, but they're never alone. You just need to make that step to, you know, texting one of us or texting somebody and just asking to, you know, chop it up, chill. You know, whatever it is, bro. We could just chill in the student center.
We said all that we said, and, you know, I want to talk to you, Connor, just like in the recent passing of your friend. And you get into as deep as you want in that, but, you know, you can't take life for granted, and it can be taken away from you at any moment.
Bro, so like you said, man, my boy passed away the other day. Like,
let him rest in peace.
Yeah, 2 weeks, like a week and a half ago. And, bro, that put me in a mind, like, it was tough, bro, and it still do be tough, but because, like, I grew up with him. Like, you know, we was always riding bikes. You know, we was on the same football team doing this, that. and, you know, went to high school together. He never let nobody mess with me, bro. Like, never let nobody mess with me. And, like, after we graduated, we didn't have, like, a fallout, but, like, he went his own way. I went my own way. But we always, like, Snapchatted here and there and stuff like that. But besides the point, now that he gone, bro, it made me realize, like, you really can't take none of this for granted, bro. Because, like, one day, like, nobody expected that. Like, he was mad loved from everybody in my town. Like, everybody in my area knew him. Like, he was a part of, like, a car club. Like, he drove his motorcycle. Obviously, that's how he passed away. And, you know, everybody loved him, bro. Like, everybody, you know, he was cool, bro. He was there for everybody, you feel me? And nobody expected him to be gone, you feel me? So, like, I think about it, I'm like, dang, like, that could be, like, one of us, or, like, it could be someone else that we love. Like,
it could be you watching right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it could be, like,
No matter
you
the
never
age.
know. Like, and it's scary to say that because, like, nobody wants to lose their life, you feel me? But, like, it really could. Like, we never know when it's going to happen. So why are we over here tripping about what we can't control when, you know, all this could be taken from us like that, you feel me? So,
And that's why you gotta take each day when you wake up to, you know, thank the Lord that you're here. And also, like, think about, like, you know, when wasting time and doing this and doing that. Again, what we were talking about before, and, like, your temptations and doing the things that you might know that's not really good for you. Like, if that's what you're gonna spend doing your last day here on earth, like, is that really what you want to be doing? Nah, I could have been spending time with my family. Nah, I could have been, you know, going and, you know, spending time with Morgan or Connor, or, you know, going to, you know, relax my mind instead of being around this crowd that's going to bring boom, boom, boom. Like, you gotta put it into perspective and really ground yourself in that conversation, like looking yourself in the mirror.
and I want to say one thing.
Go
so
ahead.
about my boy, right? So I posted this video on my TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, and it was about, like, my journey with God and stuff like that. And bro, this is the craziest story of all time. I'm not gonna lie.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Bro, I went to the movies with my family, my aunt, my little cousins, and my grandmother. And it was like a Disney movie. Like, it was just some, like, little, like, cartoon. It wasn't even a cartoon, actually, but it was about, like, it was like a haunted mansion. Great movie, by the way, great movie. But in the movie, they talked about, like, the main character, he lost his wife, like, prior, and he was, like, sad. Like, the whole movie, like, his whole life, he was caught up, like, thinking, like, she didn't know that he loved her or whatnot. I could be wrong. I mean, I forget a little bit, but I remember this part. They talked about, like, this thing called, like, how, like, your loved ones could send messages through, like, to you, showing that they're at peace. And instead of, like, because, like, they drew like a perfect diagram, like, it's like two circles that intersect with each other, and ghosts, like haunted ghosts, are stuck in the middle. Like, they can't move forward to heaven, you feel me? Like, they're just caught up in that middle place, and they don't know how to do it.
How to get at, yeah.
And that's what, like, ghosts are, and that's why they haunt that, like, the haunted house. Like, it's all a movie, you feel me? But, like, this really stuck with me, because when they're all the way on the right side of that circle, and they're able to show signs that they're at peace, like, with God in heaven. But after the movie theater, I stepped out, right? And there was 2 rainbows in the sky. And think about it. It could have been one rainbow for my boy, right? But there was another kid that died that night. I wasn't really close with him, but his name was Kayshawn. And there was 2 rainbows in the sky right after that movie. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, bro. And there was 2 rainbows in the sky, and I'm sitting there, and I took a picture of it. And I'm like, hold up, bro. Like, what just happened? And I didn't say nothing because, like, I'm with my family, and, like, I didn't want to really get into it. And then it took me a day. I was like, what just happened, bro? And I was just thinking, I'm like, all right, they good. Like, they made it. And, like, it stormed hella hard that day, too. Like, it rained hella hard that day. So, yeah, I mean, long live my brothers.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. I think, you know, sometimes as people, we really, you know, take life for granted sometimes. You know, we don't really understand that, like, you know, every day we wake up is a blessing in itself. Like, even if, you know, things right now in your life may not be going good or whatever the case may be, just understand that, like, the fact that you're, you know, alive, the fact that you're breathing right now, the fact that you're able to wake up every day and just, you know, be in God's presence, like, that alone is a blessing. Like, most people, you know, whether it's through disability and stuff like that, they can't really experience what we experience. And that in itself is it's unfortunate and it's sad to see. So it's just like, we gotta take, everything, that we do, seriously. We gotta take that seriously, and we gotta take everything that we do seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like Troy said, bro, we gotta spend, whether it's spending it with our loved ones, spending it, with our friends, spending it, with our girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be. Like, we gotta spend it with those, because at the end of the day, bro, that's all we got. Like, at the end of the day, that's all we got. Even if you have that one friend, that one mom, that one, whatever the case may be, that's all we have at the end of the day. So I feel like that is the most important thing that, like, we all gotta recognize sometimes, is that, like, life can be taken, like, from us, like, instantly. It says something.
After losing a close friend of mine, one thing I can tell y'all, bro, is really, like, it's easier said than done. Well, not easier said than done, but everybody says it when they lose a loved one, bro. But really hold on to your loved ones, bro. And I'm only saying this, bro, because I was talking to somebody the other day, right? And then, like, we were talking about how, like, other people live, like, how they like what their, like, life is like when it's just, like, not hanging out with each other. You feel me? Like, how do you live at home, or how do you live at home? Like, that's what we were talking about, like, how, like, each other live at home. And one of my friends, I'm not gonna say no names, but he was like, yeah, I be at home all the time. Like, he works, but, like, he was like, when I'm home, like, I'm in my room all day. And I'm like, you don't be, like, chopping it up with your parents and stuff like that? And he was like, nah, like, I don't got nothing to talk about. I'm like at the same time, like, I wanted to say, like, be like, you do what you got to do, bro. Like, I respect it, but, like, you never know when your last time with, your parents are going to be, or anybody. Like,
I think a lot of people fall into that situation. Even us.
Yeah, I mean, I be chilling with my parents all the time. I love my parents. Shout out my moms and pops. They're amazing. But I be chilling with my family all the time, and, like, cause, like, I just lost a loved one. You feel me? I don't want to, like, take no moment.
You're trying to ground yourself in what you got around you.
I don't want to take no moment for granted. Like, I be trying to call y'all all the time. I be trying to call, like, all the other people that we close with, and, just stay close, like, stay tapped in with each other, bro. Because, like, we never know when it could be taken from us.
Bro,
you feel me?
Bro, that's the best way I can describe it, bro. Like, I'm fortunate enough to, like you guys, I'm fortunate enough to have, like, a mom and a dad, and like, y'all, like, shout out to my mom. Like, my mom, the most beautiful, precious mom out there in the world. Amazing woman, amazing soul. My dad, the hardest working man I've ever been around in my entire life. I love my dad so much. And the thing is, like, I may have trouble at times. Like, I may not like, always open up to them, mainly because, like, I haven't really done the best job at trying to at least trying to open up, to my mom, or trying to open up to my dad. But at the end of the day, bro, like, though, that's my parents. Like, I love them to death.
Those are your peoples.
Like, those are my peoples. Like, you grow up with your parents. Like, again, like, and that's unfortunate, because some may not have, like, they don't have a dad, they don't have a mom, they don't have both. So it's just the fact that I have my parents in my life, bro, and the fact that I'm able to see them every day, even if it's just, just asking them how their day is, or just seeing them walk by the house,
just saying good morning,
good morning, just seeing them in general, like, it's a blessing. Like, I think about my dad every day, bro. I think about my mom every day, and I think about them, and I say, like, I don't know where I would be. Like, if one of them were gone, bro, I don't know what I would be. I don't know where I would be. I would probably be, like, so lost, without them. So it's important to, like, understand, like, we need to take, like, everything that we do. Like you said, like, we need to take everything seriously, and we can't take anything for granted, because at any given moment, like, I can be gone, Connor can be gone, Troy can be gone, Mom can be gone, like, anyone can be gone, and we have to really live our lives, to the fullest. That saying is really true.
People don't really, like, they hear us say it, like, they hear me say it and stuff like that, and they hear, like, if y'all lost a loved one, they hear y'all say it, but, like, it's gotta happen to people for it to really
gotta
sink
happen
in.
to you,
because
and that's sad though, but it does have to happen
because
to you.
when you lost your boy at school,
and that wasn't too long ago either.
That wasn't too long ago, and I was like, damn, like, I said sorry and all that, like, may he rest in peace and all that, but I was like, okay, like,
see it.
I seen it, and I was like, word, like, it could happen, but I wasn't really, like, I would still, like, my mom would call me on my before, like, I went home for the weekend. She'd be like, put your seatbelt on, and I'll be mad annoyed, and I'm just like, why am I getting annoyed? You feel me? Like, she just looking out for me.
Yes.
So now, like, I try to do that, and I'm not gonna lie, she woke me up this morning, I was low-key pissed, but it was like, man, people just try to do the right thing. People just try to do the right thing, and sometimes being caught up and being distracted, like we said, we take anger out on them or something like that.
Bro, you may not, your parents may not always, we're not all designed to be perfect. We're always going to, obviously we're going to mess up at times, and obviously we may not do the things, that they may approve of sometimes, and vice versa. There may be certain things that you don't agree with your parents doing. There may be certain things that your parents don't agree with you doing. But at the end of the day, bro, those are your parents, bro. Mm-hmm. The amount of arguments I've had with my mom, the amount of arguments I have with my dad, that means nothing. At the end of the day, those are my peoples. Yeah. And I'm going to love them regardless, because whether we on good terms 1 minute, bad terms the next minute, at the end of the day, I still got love for them. And it'll never change. So,
that's how it should be. Not even just with your family, too, with your friends.
Yeah.
With your real friends, that's how it should be. I be holding Troy accountable all the time. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to put him on blast on the podcast, but I be holding him accountable all the time. I be telling him, what it is. You got to, if he's slacking, I'm going to tell him he's slacking. And same with you, bro.
Yeah.
If they slacking, I'm going to tell them they slacking. But they know at the end of the day, it's all love. And I feel sometimes, we don't do that enough.
Yeah.
We're scared of what they're
or take it the wrong way.
Yeah, or people take it the wrong way. But at the end of the day, all we trying to do is help.
I want to thank y'all for that input, man. That's I feel that's a hard one. That I feel we could all work on that. Just
taking this,
somebody telling you something and taking it with, understanding that they're just coming from a place of caring for you, and that doesn't mean you get pissed off or you start acting.
And
a certain way.
And another thing, bro, people are always gonna have something to say. You feel me? People are, no matter what you do, no matter what what you're doing with your life, no matter what, you could walk a certain way. People are always gonna have something to say, bro. So
people are always gonna have something to say.
Yeah,
so just come to terms with that.
Yeah, come to terms with that. People, you can't control. You can't control what you can't control, bro. You can only control your life and the way you say things, the way you act on things, the way you feel about things. You can control that, bro. We shouldn't let nobody else control how we feel.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys before we end it off, what's something that you think you want to keep working on in yourself?
I just want to be confident, man. I want to be more confident. I feel I'm doing good. I've been taking good steps, getting my license, getting a job, stuff like that. But I want to keep that going. I want to keep building up my confidence and just trying to, be the best Morgan I can be. Cause,
I love that.
That's all I want to be. I just want to be, like you guys said, a positive impact in people's lives. And if I can do that, then I know that what I did was, accomplished.
Damn right.
That's valid, by the way, bro.
Yeah.
But something that I want to work on, bro, I just want to continue to, be a light. You feel me? Because, everybody, this might be a little bit more than brief, I'm not going to lie.
Go ahead.
But everybody, we all, mess up. You feel me? We all do things that we regret, and we all, just sometimes stuff happens. You feel me? So just continuing to be that light for people that need it, going back home, being a light for people that don't got much, or, people that don't have the opportunity to, one, follow God, or two, even hear about the stuff that we talking about right now. So just being a light and just showing people that there's a better side to life than what some people be living. And some things may be cool in the moment, and some things may be healing you in the moment, but
it's a quick fix, not
it's
a long-term
quick fix. You feel me? You'll feel healed for 2 hours, 3 hours, but once you get back in that crib and you in the bed, you damn, it just come right back to you. And once you sit in that hurt, bro, I want to teach people this, bro. I want to teach people this. I feel like y'all could listen to this too. Mm-hmm. Once you sit in that hurt, bro, and you sit in the pain, and you're okay, I'm going through this. Instead of just running from it, you feel me? Because sometimes we use things to run from it, like smoking or drinking or playing a game. Ain't nothing wrong with playing a game, but sometimes
it's
a distraction.
When you go through things, bro, sometimes we tend to run from it. And instead of running from it, bro, instead of being scared of it, realize, bro, that okay, I'm going through this. I'm gonna get through it, but I'm going through it right now. And that right there is God telling you that God puts you in these situations where you alone and hurting to realize that you don't need nobody else but him.
Before we do it all, I want to ask one more question. If y'all don't mind, I want to ask one more thing.
Oh, go ahead, yeah.
I think the thing that really has influenced me the most, in terms of like with being with you guys, has really been like the people that you've met, like especially during this trip. I just want to know, like, from like your guys' perspective, and it could be separate, it could be together, whatever the case may be. But I want to know, like, the people that you met on this trip that has helped you, like, in guided you guys, stuff like that. Was that connection like always there, or did that kind of like evolve like over the trip and stuff like that? Like, in like, how has that like helped you guys like like become the people that you are like right now?
In meeting the people that we did
Like,
on the trip,
yeah, like
in Barcelona?
like the people you met on the trip, like how have they like was like the connection always there, and like how have they like helped you like like be the people that you are like right now, like change your ways and stuff like that?
I mean, I think Connor can attest to this too. We all carpooled down. We carpooled down just to save gas, whatever. Eddie drove, and there was 5 of us in the car.
Crazy drive, by the way.
Crazy drive.
Crazy
but
drive.
going down there, it was very, very surface level.
Quiet.
I remember we didn't know what music to play because we didn't want to make anybody uncomfortable. We didn't know, about a lot about anybody. I only really talked to Eddie a little bit, and then Connor, obviously, I knew. And, Jordan, Rachel, I really didn't know at all. So, and going down there was surface level, but when we got there, this as a Bible group, we set the standard of vulnerability. And I remember, like, when we would have our chapter time, like, I would just say, like, being vulnerable is our superpower. It's our gift, and in doing that, how much people can you say that you have met where you have set the standard of just being vulnerable straight out the gate? Like, I'm telling you what's going on with me. I'm telling you, my good, my bad, the things that I've done wrong, whatever it might be. And doing that. No, the way we meet people and interact with people, we take it like, with surface level. Then you got to like prove all this stuff to then open up. But we're opening up straight out the gate. And I feel like that's what changes, because when you leave that, friendship, relationship, that group, and you go to like, your friends back home, you're giving them what the standard that you set with those people you met at Basilea, like, and that's at least that's what I did. Like, I was like, vulnerability is my superpower, so I'm going to use that with everybody. People are not going to like it. People are going to like it. But, like, I am strong. I have thick skin where, like, the people that don't like it, it's not going to get to me. And the people that do like it, I'm setting a good example if they can be vulnerable and it's a safe space to keep talking about, what they're going through.
Yeah, you absolutely right, bro. These people, not even just the mom of the people, because the mom of the people is great, and we've been knew that.
Yeah.
But the people, bro, the people from the other schools that was there,
Nuts.
Bro, look at me, bro. These people, I can't even, like, bro, it's different because, like, I'm not going to lie, bro, but, like, coming up, like, I'm not like none of these people, bro. Like, I was never.
Kind of was introvert.
Bro, I was never like none of these people, bro. I didn't talk, and I was just, bro, I'm not like shy because like I could talk to people, but like I would never be the first to be like, yo, what's up? Like, I would never do that. And these people, like, I can name like a few in specific too, but like these people, bro, they helped me like learn to like be open, just be open, be confident. And
that's okay.
And just, understand that there's people out there for you. You feel me? That's what these people showed. And, like, I know that for a fact because I still be texting some of these people, bro. Like, I was just texting somebody, like, today, like, this morning. Like, I be texting people from Basilea, and, like, I be joining a Bible study. Shout out Sarah. Sarah's an angel, by the way. I don't know if y'all know her, but she's an angel,
Shout out
bro.
Sarah.
Yeah, shout out Sarah. She be
out.
holding it down. She be, bro, you need to hop on that Bible study.
I know, yeah. I might have to join that. I might have to join that.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. She be preaching, but yeah, like people like her, bro. Like everybody on that trip, like I would, like, we be posting on Instagram and like they be commenting and liking and like showing mad love, and I'm like, bro, like I just met y'all like last month. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like they just show love, and they helped me realize, bro, that there's people out here. For like, there was people, like, I was introvert and I was scared to talk to people, and I never really talked to people, you feel me? I never opened up about my feelings.
Yeah.
And these people helped me open up, you feel me?
When you set the standard with a group and you learn and you're around a certain standard, when you take that and then you start setting the tone in your other groups and the other people that you meet on a one-on-one basis in a 5 or 10 or 16 people group, like you set the tone.
Yeah.
And you're the leader of that, you feel like you're obligated to do that, and that's a good obligation to have. So That was a great question you asked, though, bro.
Yeah, man. It's just like I think that's really important, bro. Because like, again, like, and the people that like we've been around, bro. I can't stress enough. They're some of the most, amazing, genuine, nicest people I've ever met. Like, bro, when we went on that trip in New York, bro, that was like the best time I ever had, bro. Like one of the best times I had in a long time. And it was because I didn't even like know like everyone that well, but it was just like us just together, bro. Just us
vibes,
having it,
bro.
just good vibes, like good, like someone said, bro, like just family fun. We're just showing, like, and at the end of the day, bro, like I look at y'all, I don't look at y'all like as friends, like I look at y'all like family, because like y'all like I said, like you guys brought me in, transfer kid, no friends, none of that, like, and you guys like completely took me in, and everyone that was on that trip, just know like I love y'all. I love every single last one of you guys. I love building that connection with you guys. I want to continue doing that, bro. We got to do like a group call or something. That's
We're
what
gonna make it happen, man. Maybe next episode we'll see what happens.
Like, bro, we got to do like a group FaceTime, something like that. But like, shout out to them on the trip. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to my boy Troy, who, he really was the foundation of everything, bro, with me. Stuff like that. And shout out to Connor. Obviously, I met my guy. We're basically the same, bro. Like we're introverted, but like you guys like have really like changed my lives, and I can't thank y'all enough, man. So it's
bro,
all
we love you, man.
All love.
It's all
We
love,
love you,
bro.
man, and all you guys out there, show love to the people in your life. Show love to the people that are in your circles, that are not in your circles as well. And yeah, it was a beautiful conversation.
Can I say one last thing real quick?
Yeah, bro. These people just love the podcast so much. We don't.
I just
want to
say, bro, it's not gonna be long. I just want to say something about Troy, and I'm gonna look at the camera and say this. But bro is really about the bro. I'm telling you, this kid. I've seen him grow from where he started with all this to where he's at now, and I'm telling you, bro, if you struggling with finding your passion or anything, bro. Like, to be honest, anything, bro. Just watch his videos, bro. Watch how he lived his life, bro. Because he struggled with stuff too, bro. But he just continued to go. So, like, shout out to Troy for that, bro. For real.
Thank you, man. You need to stop, bro.
You a blessing, bro. For real, you a blessing.
Nah, both of you guys are blessings too, man.
Thank
and
you,
I
man.
appreciate both of you guys coming on here. Both of you guys believing in me, supporting in something that I want to do. And, again, we start the episode off saying this is not for the views, the likes. I don't care about that. It's just, making an impact. And the people that it does reach, that they, are able to relate and, be able to see a great conversation in the person that you are and the person that you are and the person that I am. That we're good people, man, and we're doing the right thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I love you guys, man.
Love y'all.
We're gonna have to have a part two,
bro.
Part two,
because these people definitely love to talk. So,
boy, I love.
Which is crazy, bro. Like, y'all know I don't even like talking like that, bro. I don't even like talking like that. Yo, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Bro.
But y'all tune in, man. Thank you for being on the front row. We step up to the front row where we come and show vulnerability, and we talk about the things that is on your mind, and that's a beautiful thing. And you guys can like, comment, subscribe, do your thing, whatever you might want to do. Share this video if you have a friend that you think needs it. I know it's a pretty long one, but again, like, these are the guys. These are the guys that doesn't get better than this. So
follow my TikTok.
Yeah, follow us TikTok. Everything's gonna be linked in the description.
Me on the Instagram.
So you know what I'm saying. Check out for the Instagram lives, all that stuff. And we out of here, man.
Love y'all. Thank y'all.
Big love, big love. That's a wrap. Woo! That is.